afternoon, Evan. How are you today, Ken?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We have a great night in New York sports. Happy
we?
Harvey Day. The Islanders are with a chance to close out the Boston Bruins.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
And, thank you. You're giving me that
I mean,
one?
that's a good one. That's a good one, but
That's the big
you know,
one, really.
Harvey, who has been brutal since he actually pitched to here in New York.
Well, that's a good thing because the Mets need that kind of help.
They
need
do
that little
after-
juice as they wrap up this road
Yeah,
trip.
last night, I know people pissed, go, as you should be, you lost the game, and you gave up 10 runs to the Baltimore Orioles, blah, blah, blah. Look, the Mets are exceeding expectations
Yeah, but
still.
that doesn't stop
so
you.
You're going to have, but the point is, you're going to have a game like that now and then.
No, you got to look closer
Peterson
at it. It's
sucks.
the fact- it's the fact
Peterson,
that David
bro.
Peterson has had some abysmal
He's starting
starts.
again in 5 days,
And
they said.
Exactly, because they don't have other options right now because of the injuries. And we have Rojas on later, but it's not like he's got better options. But hopefully they can beat up Matt Harvey and finish this trip on a good note. It's going to be an incredible night at Nassau tonight. It is going to be hair on your arms, tantalizingly exciting as they look to close out the Boston Bruins. And I think tonight on the Yankee end is going to be fascinating. Not because I think Gerrit Cole's going to hit Josh Donaldson, because I think you're right, Craig. I don't think he is. But I think right now Gerrit Cole is about to go under the microscope. We are about to, all of us, the baseball community, Yankee fans, baseball fans, bro, we are going to examine every one of his starts to kind of see, was that real the last few years? Who is the real Gerrit Cole? And fair or not, that's what he's about to encounter, man.
Yeah, listen, I think every pitch is going to be dissected. He is the face of this, crap, this sticky stuff, whether you like that or not. So, listen, he didn't choose to be, and the media did make him. I hear that a lot today. It pisses me off about, the media is making him to be the face of the sticky stuff. And Josh Donaldson made him the face.
And Trevor Bauer.
Yeah. He's the guy that they're the guys that made Gerrit Cole the face of the sticky stuff. And what's fascinating about it, and I think there is a connection or a comparison, I should say, to steroids of 15, 20 years ago, is that we're hearing very similar rhetoric, which is everybody does it.
Yes.
As if, well, everyone's robbing banks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone's doing it. So why is it wrong that I'm doing it if I'm merely doing what has been an accepted practice in the sport? Which is an interesting rhetoric. But here's the reality, because I like to live in the real world these days, Evan. He is the face of it. I'm not saying he deserves to be. I'm not saying it's even fair. But he's the face of it now. The only thing Gerrit Cole can do to get people off his back is to go out there, and not just tonight, go out there for the rest of this season and be the best pitcher in the American League. Anything short of that, this dogs him the rest of his career.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Dude, when Jose Altuve struggles, what do people say?
He's not cheating anymore. He doesn't know fastball's coming. Therefore, he can't hit it.
Fair or not, by the way.
Right.
That's not even maybe the real reason a guy like Jose Altuve struggles. That may not even be a reason Gerrit Cole struggles. But that's the reality that Gerrit Cole faces. So when he signed that mega contract to come to New York City, he knew he was going to face pressure. He was going to face the media. He was going to face the fans. He was going to face guys like us. Well, there's a new pressure he's about to face that really begins tonight. And that's every start is going to be examined. And look, I don't know if we're all going to be able to make this decision today, but sports is a very personal thing.
Yeah.
New York Yankee fans took what the Astros did personal. That's why, years after the fact, Jose Altuve is being screamed at F. Altuve. It's a personal thing. Well, we've had steroids, we've had sign stealing, and now we've got sticky stuff.
Which is very interesting because, and I'll say this, the fans in this regard are the most hypocritical sons of bitches on the planet. Period. And I'm one of them because I want my guys to cheat. I want my home run hitters using steroids. I want my pitchers putting some type of, redwood forest South African mud that sticks to, water on their fingers. Because any advantage my players have gives my team a better chance of winning. Mm-hmm. The better chance my team has of winning, the more games they'll win, the more likely it is they have a chance to win a championship. So I love it. Like you can't inject enough steroids into
wait.
your butt
But here's
cheeks.
the question, Craig.
Yeah.
If you were living in Houston right now as an Astro fan.
I got a
where
World Series title.
That's fair. That's my question.
2009.
So it wouldn't bother you. It's different, though, with 2009. Who you
A-Rod,
looking at, A-Rod?
A-Rod was roaring his face off, had his best year as a Yankee. Talking about. How do you think the Yankees won a World Series?
He was busted for steroids.
Maybe not so much against the Phillies, but early in the playoffs, A-Rod was an automatic hit.
I think there's been a view of
And we
steroids that's
loved it.
different than the cheating scandal by the Astros. There just has been. That's why there are different standards for cheating. And we're
Maybe.
about to find
Yes.
out what people think about the sticky stuff.
I agree with you on that. There are different standards. The Astros thing is looked at differently, almost like it's a different
And here's the other thing.
different type of a competitive edge than steroids because people think everybody was using
Well,
them.
and also you've got players saying that championship wasn't legit. You never have that with the steroid stuff. You
Right.
never have players saying that wasn't a real World Series.
Right.
Look, I don't know what it's like to win a championship, so I have no idea if there would be a part of me that says, yeah, we won the title, but now everybody thinks we cheated to get there. I don't know.
Listen, I'm more interested in how Gerrit Cole effed up that press conference
God.
than I am as to whether or not Gerrit Cole uses the sticky stuff. Because based on talking to you and other baseball people like Cody Decker and whomever else we've talked to, I knew going into yesterday that he was using something at some point.
Yes.
I don't know how much or how often or when, nor do I really care. What I'm more fascinated with is that the New York Yankee organization failed their best player. Because Evan and I brought this up literally last Thursday, before anybody else was connecting Gerrit Cole's name, publicly, media-wise, to the possibility of him putting this glue on it, whatever it is.
This round of criticism, because Cole's name's always been there, but here's where it started. Gerrit Cole makes a start, and his spin rate's way down. We bring it up, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? Is this connected to the fact that all of a sudden Major League Baseball wants to come down on it? So, we were talking about this since Thursday, which means you'd have to think that the New York Yankees and Gerrit Cole knew this question was going to be asked.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you criticizing the Yankees, and I agree with you.
Because the Yankees have a responsibility to
agree with
protect
you.
their players from us.
But
they didn't do it.
is Gerrit Cole 11 years old?
No, that's a fair point. He's an
He's
adult.
a freaking adult.
And he's a very smart guy. He's played in multiple markets. He's been involved in New York now long enough to know better. Blah, blah, blah. Gerrit Cole has become an embarrassing meme. He really has. Because when you go up there and you know the question is coming, you don't know who's asking it, but you know it's coming. And for you not to have a better answer than mumble-mouthing your way through it and saying, I don't know how to answer that, you've become a joke.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm sorry, because I think Gerrit Cole's probably a really nice guy. You'd probably enjoy having a burger with him at a backyard barbecue. But he's a clown now. And that's what he's become. And that's self-inflicted because at the end of the day, I think I represent the majority of people, not all of them for sure. The majority of people who just like baseball, and I don't include you in this because I think you're on the other side to an extent. The majority of people that just enjoy a rare or random afternoon at the ballpark could not care less if Gerrit Cole is, or anyone else, is putting their hand in a bucket of Malaysian glue that gives them a better spin rate. They don't. We have other stuff in our lives to worry about than whether or not a guy's spin rate is this number or that number. All right? And yet Gerrit Cole took a bad situation and threw gasoline on it by going humana, 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 humana. I don't know how to answer that question. How about this? Yeah, I do what everybody else does.
Well, that's essentially the approach Trevor Bauer took. Trevor Bauer essentially told everybody
the Yankees are so stupid when it comes to what happened yesterday.
When you say that,
who's in charge of the media over there?
Jason Zello.
Fire him.
But you know what happens
I think
when you
Jason
say stuff
Zillow
like
should
that?
get fired.
But Craig, when you say stuff like
Sorry.
that, you're
Oh,
exonerating.
I guess we're not getting cash for now. Yeah, okay, great.
But you see what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You're exonerating Gerrit Cole.
No, I'm not. I
You're
wanna be
acting
clear.
as if he's an 8-year-old who needs his hand held
Wow.
because he needs to be told by the adults, hey, listen, baby Gerrit, here's what you need to say when bad, tough media guy asks you a question.
By the way, there's two sides of it.
come on.
I'm not. Listen, Gerrit Cole should know enough to have how to answer that question. He had plenty of time to prepare on his own for it. Yes.
Yes.
So I want to be clear. I'm with you on that.
Okay, then say it.
I'm with you on that.
Okay,
and
say
when
it
I
again.
say I'm with you, I mean I'm with you.
Thank you.
My blue heaven. Okay. Now, here's the other side of it, though. The Yankees do have a guy whose job it is to be a buffer and liaison between the talent and the media.
I agree with that, too.
And I'm not sure if that's Jason Zillow's job or not.
You've got to at least prepare Gerrit to answer the question.
They
I agree.
didn't.
Well,
They didn't.
Or they did, and Gerrit really screwed it up.
I don't buy that.
I mean, that's possible.
I don't think they did. Now,
How could the Yankees, but though, Craig, hold on. If you
Yeah.
believe that, how could the Yankees be that dumb or naive? Like, seriously,
That's a good
how
question.
could they
I
not
don't know.
prepare their star
Dude.
pitcher for a tough question that's clearly going to be
we asked Aaron Boone, and he did not know the question was coming. Because we asked him on Friday before this thing, and I think it's part of the reason, frankly, it did blow out of control, is because we asked him directly on the show, so other people started getting the idea about asking about it. Great, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Aaron Boone had a fine answer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I believe most of my guys are doing everything within the confines of the rules.
You know what the difference, though, between Aaron Boone and Gerrit Cole is?
Yeah.
Aaron Boone, what?
Gerrit Cole's an idiot.
Well, yes, and Aaron Boone, what is a big part of Aaron Boone's job? He's
Speaking to the media every day,
He's the
5
press
times a day.
secretary for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
He talks to us once a week. He talks to Susan every day. He talks to the beat writers twice a day. He's used to answering tough questions. Gerrit Cole,
Yeah.
how often is he talking to the media?
Every 5 days.
Yeah, essentially.
Pretty much.
And what's the toughest question he gets? What are your mechanics like today?
Yeah, well, listen, now that's all changed. He's now a meme. He's become a clown. A bit of the Yankees' best players.
But don't you think?
I think it's
But
fascinating.
don't you think
I
if
really
he
do.
dominates tonight
Yeah.
and dominates 5 days from now, he can put an end to this?
You
don't think so, or you
yes,
do?
I do. It's
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
But I do think the question is now going to be, if the media does their job, and they don't always. Ken Davidoff did yesterday. He gets credit. You pointed out that's
Yeah.
who it was.
Great question.
He writes for what's here, the Post?
Post.
Shocking. They have a good reporter over there. That being said, neither here nor there, sir. I think the question now has to be, what, if any, sticky stuff did you use tonight?
Sure.
Did you use anything?
But don't you think the umpires are not going to investigate?
Yeah, but I
You
still
don't think we're at that world now?
I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know if they're going to check his hat and glove every half inning. But I also think there's probably some substances that who knows if they can find them or not. They don't stain. I don't know what it is. But now I got to ask Gerrit Cole, and frankly,
Well,
Jacob deGrom and every other pitcher.
no.
Did you or did you not use any type of substance on your fingers tonight?
Here's what needs
That's got to be a question.
That's got to be
every
a question. But here's what also has to happen. And we have the manager of the Mets on, and I think this has to begin. It has to begin tonight.
Ooh.
These guys have to now start pushing the is that pitcher cheating envelope. And what I mean by that is I'll give you a great example. The manager of the Minnesota Twins is Rocco Baldelli.
Rocco
just
Baldelli.
So you know.
Right.
If I'm Rocco Baldelli, you know how I start the game? I start the game by going out to the home plate umpire saying, check his baseballs. Check it right now.
But
Why?
That's happened to your team too.
Yeah, that's my point.
So as long as you have your own
game
team,
on. Craig, game on.
Your own house in order, as they say.
Well, everyone's house has to be in order, but game on. Because the lid has been broken. So no more of this, well, I don't want to say anything because our guys are doing it. If I'm Rojas or Boone, I get my guys in a room. I say, you clean up your act. We're going after them too.
Out.
What?
Okay. Time out a second.
Go.
When's DeGrom pitch next?
On Friday night at Citi Field.
Friday night at Citi Field against whom?
The San Diego Padres.
San Diego Padres. Great matchup. Who's their manager?
Jace Tingler.
Who?
Jace Tingler.
If you say so. Jace Tingler.
You think I'm making that up?
I know. Jace Tingler.
I made it up. It's not a real No, I'm kidding.
I want to walk you through this because you just opened up a can of worms. You got to be able to back it up.
You're damn right I am.
Before DeGrom throws his first pitch,
Yeah.
what day is it?
Friday
night at Citi Field.
32,000 people.
32,000. Imagine this scene.
Yeah.
32,000 people.
Yeah.
Before the first pitch. What's his name?
Jace Tingler. Tingler.
Jace Tingler walks out on the field.
I knew you'd love that name.
And demands that the home plate umpire check DeGrom for foreign substance.
Yes.
You're going to have a zoo on your hands.
So what? Game on.
You would come in Monday
Game
railing against it.
No, listen.
So you can't do that now.
What do you mean I can't do
You're
that
not allowed to do that.
I can do whatever the hell I want.
No, you're not allowed to.
And first of all, I'd come in Saturday because I actually work on Saturday.
You just
10:05,
suggested
I say it.
that every manager do it.
Yeah.
So when Tingler does it to
He
DeGrom,
can do it, sure.
You're going to be pissed
and
about
I'm going to do it to Musgrove, and I'm going to do it to Darvish. And where it should start, if Rocco Baldelli's got the first 3-4 letters of his name, B-A-L-L. Is there one L or two L's in Baldelli?
One L. Well, there's two L's later.
All right, so I guess the first 4 letters is your head. Bald.
Correct.
Why not? You go out there and say, check his balls.
But you're doing it more because it's Gerrit Cole in the mound.
I'm doing it right now because, yes, it's Gerrit Cole, but he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And you know what? I will back it up. If I'm Jace Tingler, you're damn right I do the same thing.
Well, listen.
Because what will Jake and Gerrit Cole do? Ask yourself that. How
Here's my hat, here's my glove.
Right, but they may get pissed. You may rattle them.
I think they have to get pissed.
Gamesmanship begins tonight.
All right.
Enough of this.
You're a diehard Met fan. Friday night, when Tingler comes out and demands to inspect DeGrom's glove and hat, as a fan, how do you react?
Well, we're going to boo.
Oh.
Well,
I want to hear from the fans, not you.
I don't know if you know this.
I talked to you enough. I want to hear from them.
fan. Well, boo, but that doesn't. Dude,
so you don't support it?
Well, Craig, that's not
you
true.
You do support it?
No.
Because now I'm confused.
No.
You're advocating it, but now you're going to boo it. So,
I can advocate
why
something.
Why do you applaud it?
While also being a fan. Okay, you can do two things at the same time.
Okay,
and you know what I'd want Jacob deGrom to do?
Yeah.
I would want him to have the biggest S-eating grin on his face.
Yeah.
Give him the hat, and then freaking dominate.
I'd rather him do something else before he dominates.
Drill somebody?
No. Take off all his clothes. You want to check me for foreign substances? Let's go all the way. I take it all off down to my jockstrap.
Let me ask you this real quick question about Gerrit Cole.
I'm trying to stay on time here.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question when we come back, and that is, based on that press conference yesterday,
yeah,
how's Gerrit Cole going to react to that?